I thought I'd do a bit of a different video today. I wanted to talk about like just everyday products being advertised to people with a heavy military theme and the communities they often create to sell this sort of stuff. So the idea for this video was originally inspired by war paint, which is like men's makeup, and it's advertised in like a very masculine way, but it's not advertised in like a military way. But I've seen a lot of stuff like diaper bags and just general stuff like that advertised with this military aesthetic. So I just wanted to run through stuff like that today. Also talk about the Black Rifle Coffee Company, which is another one which uses this military aesthetic and tries to appeal to like the US veteran community, and then just give my general take on this stuff. So the video will probably be a bit shorter than the previous this week, although I do have a great ability to somehow stretch any topic into a 25-minute video. I'm going to plug my social media and Patreon for about a minute. Skip that if you're not interested. Before we get any further, a lot of my work on this channel is demonetized because when you're covering more serious, sometimes edgier topics, YouTube doesn't like this. So if you've ever enjoyed my work, please consider becoming a patron. And you don't have to pledge a crazy amount. I want to build up my Patreon based on as many people as possible, pledging little amounts like $1 or $2. So if you feel like I have ever brought anything that's worthwhile into your life and my content, please really consider becoming a patron to help me continue to do this regardless of if YouTube monetize or not most of my videos in a given month. Also, if you want to join our communities, come check out our Discord and my subreddit. Those links in the description. And if you want to follow me personally, please check out the Cavernacle at Twitter, at Instagram, and also my personal Reddit, where you can keep up to date with all my content and what I'm doing. For every 5k, we get a new chocolate orange. Help me build this pyramid as high as I can. By the end of the year, let's try and get, I guess, 2 more chocolate oranges. That would be the dream goal at this point. I also live stream regularly, about 2 times a week. All of that stuff is archived on the Cavernacle Extra, my second channel. So I first became aware of this stuff when I got this advert. So this is the guy who runs the company dressed up in military gear, and he's holding a stroller with tactical bags for, his baby's essentials. I obviously blurred the baby out, but it says, ditch the girly diaper bag. Isn't your child's accessory, it's yours. Shop for diaper bags. Now, the company is called Tactical Baby Gear. So just having a look at its Facebook page, you see its various different products. So here's one here, he's holding it. Quite an extensive bag. Has a God's Guns and Diapers little sticker on it. Has like a dummy attached, I guess for easy access. Now this bag is $100. It's quite steep for a diaper bag. I think it is, at least. Let me know in the comments if diaper bags are really this expensive. Now there's another one which is like a baby carrier as well, and a bag, and that is nearly $300. This is a lot of money. And then they have this mod backpack, which is for all like your baby's essentials. Now I'm going to get into how these packs work because the company made a video explaining it, but this one made me laugh. My everyday EDC, the fanny pack stays in my truck and serves as my IFAK. As I've grown as a man and a father, I've tried to up my preparedness and vigilance. If you're a father, then you need to be taking every measure possible to protect your family and others. As the saying goes, we don't plan to fail, but fail to plan. And here's a tactical fanny pack, as it's called on the website. Have you guys got your tactical fanny packs ready? Doesn't really seem like a product and a description that really goes together. There's just other pictures of the guy who owns the company with an eagle and a gun and one of these packs. Now, I want to play some videos from the website. So the first one is just generally showing you how this product works.
So this front compartment here that used to just be a big compartment for your diapers or wipes or whatever is now a thermal lined cooler pouch so that you can put your bottles in here. You can put drinks, sippy cups, snacks, ice packs, things like that. Keep them cold right here in this front pocket. Now the other thing we did was build in the wipes pouch. So we've ditched the Velcro and swapped them out for magnets. So you can see you can just lift this thing up nice and easy. There's no more Velcro down here. Get directly into your wipes, grab what you need, and then this thing's gonna close all by itself and stay closed nice and securely. This is great. And then there's a zipper here on the side where you can just unzip that, reload your wipes, and zip it back up. and you're good to go.
So I'm not doubting that this product is well made enough in the sense that this guy has clearly thought of a lot of things, you know, people will need if they purchase a diaper bag, a baby bag. That is all fair enough. And if it was just like this military aesthetic and he's trying to appeal to veterans, I get that to an extent as like a marketing tool. But this guy actually isn't a veteran, unlike a lot of other people who start these companies. He's just like a guy who loves like the Second Amendment and kind of loves this aesthetic. But now I want to get into how he describes the reasons why he started this company in the first place. This is the funny part. It really does play into this like fragile masculinity thing that you can't carry around a diaper bag or a baby bag that might be a little bit effeminate because it will make you look effeminate. So you have to get some completely macho military style diaper bag.
Sound for our second child when Brandy was pregnant, and the nurse said, "Oh, it looks like it's a girl." And I was like, I gotta carry that purple bag again. You know, like I was super pumped to have another girl. Anyways, I just knew that it meant I had to carry that purple bag again. So it was around that time I was like, well, I'll start shopping for a diaper bag of my own. And I constantly was like the guy walking around with this purple bag. And I don't look like the kind of guy that is really into carrying feminine products.
Purple isn't your color in general.
Right, I'm more of a red guy. So anyways, I was like, all right, well, in some free time, I'll start shopping around online, see if I can find a diaper bag that really fits my personality, a bag that like, yeah, that's cool, I can carry that and not feel like I'm taking my man card away, you know, from carrying my wife's bag. And there was nothing. I'm like searching the internet, this is back in 2013, and there's just nothing. There was nothing out there.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like you could get a black or gray version of a typical diaper bag, but it still just looked like a diaper bag. It just looked like, ugh. So I decided to make my own. You know, with my background in building custom cars and doing upholstery and all those sorts of things, I was able to make a bag and come up with this idea. And I thought to myself, well, I know I'm not the only one like this. I'm surrounded with a bunch of dudes just like me who are also very hands-on with their kids and who are also very like a guy's guy, don't want to carry this feminine type stuff. And you know, or even I had some single dad friends that were like, well, why do I have to carry such a girly looking bag and I'm the only one using it?
Mm-hmm. So that does make me laugh a fair bit, that like he was feeling very effeminate with this purple diaper bag. So apparently were a lot of people he knew. Does your masculinity really like hinge on carrying a diaper bag? But doesn't you having a diaper bag kind of fit in with like the traditional view of masculinity? Because that means you've had a partner and you've had a child pretty much. So isn't that very manly in itself? But even admits, you know, there's black ones or everything like that. It's just the diaper bag. Now, the military aesthetic is obviously taking this to the next step. He's not just trying to make like a more masculine diaper bag. It's playing into like what are the very traditional notions of masculinity. Oh, it's the army. It's soldiers, the most masculine people in this society. So let's appeal to these types of people. But again, like I said, this guy isn't actually a veteran, I believe, anyway. So it's, I guess, smart marketing for these people. And there does seem to be a massive market for military branded stuff, either for veterans or just general people who like to, you know, basically cosplay as soldiers in their spare time. There's a really funny subreddit I actually found this on as well called Just Boot Things, which is like a veteran community who just hate people, even if they are in the army, always dressing up in military gear because they find it quite embarrassing. But yeah, if you want to be a traditional masculine manly man, make sure to get your tactical fanny pack and your military grade, military issue diaper bag as well, because you can't be manly without that. And remember, if you have a purple diaper bag, you're not really a man, to be honest, and it will just ruin like your whole manliness to the whole world. So I kind of want to talk about the politics of this stuff before talking about some of the press coverage this guy got. Now, what is weird is in veteran communities in the US, I don't understand why there is such an overlap with cops, because in my mind as a left-wing person, I don't think joining the military is like a disqualifier, I guess, for being on the left, for example, where I think being a policeman pretty much is. Police simply exist to enforce laws created by an unequal society with loads of different problems. And in the US especially, police essentially act like an organised criminal gang. and their union protects them for all repercussions. And I don't see this as the same as the military, because I understand why people join the military, not for like the patriotic service that is often rammed down Americans' throats. Because America has such poor social benefits, has such a poor security net for people, the promises of subsidized healthcare, university, and various benefits you get from joining the military are of course appealing to poorer people. And this has been going on for like 100 years in America, and that's why in places like Vietnam, a disproportionate amount of the casualties were often African Americans, because for them, the military was often the only path for them because it promised them a better life through these benefits. Of course, they then had to go serve US imperialism. And if I was a veteran myself who'd served in a conflict zone, I wouldn't really want to be compared to cops. But these guys are always shilling for cops. So here is something, this whole Tactical Baby Gear has a podcast, and here they're talking about Starbucks asking cops to leave one of the stores or something.
So Starbucks had asked some police officers to leave a store because some customers felt uncomfortable with police officers in there.
Yeah, usually criminals feel uncomfortable when police are around.
Exactly what I said this morning.
Yep, but the sad thing is the culture, and it's the way that Starbucks has presented itself to the world as a extreme leftist hangout spot. You know, there's jokes around the internet about going to the barista in your hipster outfit, and that's the thing, is that the hipsters did not create the barista.
Right.
You know, that there's alternatives out there, and they're going to realize that they don't own the coffee market.
I always find it funny that Starbucks is framed as like the place to go for hipsters, and it's a left-wing corporation. No corporations are left-wing, but yeah, it's weird that these people simp for cops. And both companies posted about this cop passing away as well. I don't really understand how police relate to a military aesthetic or the veteran community. I guess I kind of do, because so many police are now equipped with like surplus from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. Still, it feels kind of weird. And also you have another post saying God's guns and diapers and a picture of a gun. Now, to just talk more about this company specifically, I guess this guy has good PR, or maybe this is an independent story, who knows. But David Lauderdale reporting guns and diapers, young Hilton Head entrepreneurs make Wall Street Journal. This is not your father's diaper bag. The dreaded purple diaper bag has gone camo and macho, and the rowdy concept landed two 32-year-old guys from the Hilton Head Island high school class of 2003 on the front page of the Wall Street Journal last week. This is not your father's branding. The brand is a rugged, military-style, practical is tactical, total departure from the Gerber baby image. It's heavy on the gun culture. Brody is a lifelong Second Amendment devotee and proud gun owner. Obviously, a frilly pink diaper bag poses a pretty serious compromise to a reputation like that. If you think the created video image of a gun-toting guy in military gear walking a little boy in a playground is jarring, it was meant to be. Brody, the branding social media force, said Dad is an involved parent and he's proud of it, and he has a diaper bag he thinks is cool. That's our brand. How do you say that in 3 seconds? So this really makes me laugh. Is this what like conservative areas in America are like? Like, you can be like the manliest man ever. You can go bench press, like, I don't know, 300 pounds at the gym. You can be, like, into martial arts. You could be a veteran. You can wear, like, traditional masculine clothes. But one small frilly diaper bag for your child is going to ruin your reputation. Again, this just sounds so ridiculous. Let me know in the comments. Are you from a conservative area? Is this actually how other men perceive each other? It seems like this is a very exaggerated reality. Now, the Black Rifle Company is a bit of a bigger beast, I'd say, because it has a massive social media platform. It has 1.6 million followers on Facebook. It has over 800k subscribers on YouTube. They have like affiliated magazines. They have so many products. Now, on their website, it says who we are. Black Rifle Coffee Company is a veteran-owned coffee company serving premium coffee to people who love America. We develop our explosive roast profiles with the same mission focus we learned as military members, serving this great country, and are committed to supporting veterans, law enforcement, and first responders. With every purchase you make, we give back. So the guy who started this is called Evan Hafer, or Evan Haffer, however you say that. Now, this guy actually is a veteran. So in an interview, he goes on to talk about when he was selected to be a Green Beret. So this guy is like fairly hardcore, And I guess it gives a bit more legitimacy to the military aesthetic of this company. Now, before going through some of their Facebook posts, I want to show you one of their adverts where there is like a drone attack with their cans of coffee. So have a look at this.
Bravo, Romeo, Charlie, Charlie, you are clear to initiate. Ready to drink.
So obviously playing really heavily into modern American military tech and culture. But if you go on their Facebook page, you have stuff like this. There is a couple both firing guns and they're drinking these cups of coffee. Couple goals. You know the old saying, couples who drink coffee and sling lead together stay together, a saying as old as time. Another one has a guy shooting a flamethrower behind someone else who has the magazine and the coffee and the branded cup. Ah, yes, the perfect morning combo. Great coffee, incredible stories from Coffee or Die magazine, and of course, a little flamethrower action. Then you have more like hardcore advertising, a guy behind a 50 cal while drinking some coffee, have a guy fully decked out in military gear, pouring coffee all over his beard, pretty gross. You have other guys all on snowmobiles drinking this coffee as well. I think it's the same guy who's drinking the cans, and he's got like some sort of dog with him. Now, Black Rifle Company is a bit different in that it is also very active in talking about veterans issues and politics. Now, you see there, just like the kind of like tactical baby stuff, it does really play into this military aesthetic. Like, this is hardcore coffee for veterans, and you're going to be doing very like extreme sports, or you're going to be playing with guns, or you're going to be wearing this military aesthetic. But it does talk a lot about politics. So it had stuff about Afghanistan. But again, this is something I want to highlight. It talks a lot about cops as well. So again, another cop passed away. It has something about them, basically doing propaganda for cops. 2 police officers saved multiple children and adults from blazing inferno, and their actual website wrote this up. Dramatic photos of 2 police officers have been circulating after they helped save a family trapped in the yard behind their burning house. Hats off to these guys. Another one, how a Virginia law enforcement officer earned the nickname Deputy Hulk. This is a guy who served in Iraq and went on to become a cop as well. Another one, the cops in Florida and New York performed acts of courage and comfort this week. The same 3 words, I got you, saving a woman from her home. Also have other stuff about like US imperialism. Has something here talking about the Battle of Mogadishu in Somalia in 1993. I think that's what Black Hawk Down is based on. Also has something about someone who competed with Chris Kyle to be the best sniper. And the article says, legendary American sniper Chris Kyle was killed 8 years ago today. Kevin Lax, who served with Kyle as one of the infamous punishers of the Cadillac Platoon Task Unit Bruiser, recalled what it's like competing for kills with the legend. So the cop worship I find pretty gross, but also that last one is pretty gross. Chris Kyle was just an unhinged, deranged piece of garbage. You know, there's obviously problems of being a sniper in the first place, especially in an active combat zone like Iraq, rather than like, you know, mountainous regions in Afghanistan, where of course the potential for civilian casualties is a lot higher. But Chris Kyle bragged about supposedly sniping people during Hurricane Katrina, looters. He made this up, and generally this guy was just gross, and he was a piece of garbage. So promoting him and promoting a guy who competed to be the best sniper, US imperialism, isn't that a wonderful goal? I find, you know, pretty problematic for me reading this. Now, I don't have problems with veterans communities in general. The Just Boot Things community on Reddit, I find really hilarious. You know, I know some veterans personally. One of my friends served in the British Army, and some of the stories he has are funny, and you can see how there's solidarity in what they go through, because a lot of the times it's pretty awful what they go through. But what I hate are veteran communities like this, where it's like, oh, you've got to back the blue, you've got to celebrate US imperialism. No matter if the cause was good or not, you've got to celebrate these heroes getting awarded medals for, you know, fighting in Somalia or fighting in Iraq. And you've got to praise Chris Kyle and act like cops are part of the same thing as the military and everything. I find this stuff, you know, obviously very right-wing, but pretty disgusting, to be honest, because I don't hate people who serve in the army, and in Britain and the US there are similarities that a lot of people who make up the army actually come from poor backgrounds and it's exploiting them. But then to come out of that and being like, yeah, we love cops and we love Chris Kyle and we love US imperialism, especially when a lot of these soldiers have just been used and then discarded, I find problematic. But at the same time, Black Rifle Company, and to a lesser extent the tactical baby gear stuff, shows this is effective and this is what you can target. And in America, the military culture is pretty insane as well. Like, even women describe themselves like, I'm a Marine wife, I'm a Navy wife, I'm an Air Force wife. It's like weird stolen valor, but it is like part of people's identity. And I understand to an extent women say this because, like, you know, your husbands are away a lot, but at the same time they use it as like a privilege. Like, I'm a US Army wife and I think X, Y, and Z, and that gives my opinion like some elevated position. I find it really, really bizarre because you don't hear that much in the UK. I think it's a big difference in our culture in that the US Army, US police forces are promoted as these heroes that's basically you can't criticize, and the whole culture is lauded by so many in the population. But if I didn't make it clear, I don't like police very much, and I just don't understand how veterans are okay with the comparison between these things. Let me know in the comments, if you're a veteran, how you feel about police trying to get in on this, like, I guess, hero worship of the armed forces and try and act like they're a part of these armed forces as well. But that is it for the video. I thought it'd be fun to just look through military aesthetic and the products that come with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you ever bought any of this stuff? Has anyone actually drank Black Rifle Company coffee? Do you have one of those diaper bags or the tactical fanny pack? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to follow me on social media, at The Cavernacle on Twitter and Instagram, come join our communities on my Discord and Reddit. That is in the description. If you want to support my work, please check out my Patreon. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching.